Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Essence and Organist Choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. So each day I've selected a composer who's had a role to play with these two organizations, and today is one of the world's great composers, Arvo Pärt, P-A-R-T, the Estonian composer, born in 1935. His music, to a great extent, inspired by Gregorian chant. In the 1970s, he created what became known as tintinnabuli, which came from the Latin tintinnabulum, which means a bell. He says about tintinnabuli, is an area I sometimes wander into when I am searching for answers in my life, my music, my work in the dark hours. I have the certain feeling that everything outside this one thing has no meaning. The complex and many-faceted only confuses me, and I must search for unity. What is it, this one thing, and how do I find my way to it? Traces of this perfect thing appear in many guises, and everything that is unimportant falls away. Tintinnabulation is like this. The three notes of a triad are like bells, and that is why I call it tintinnabulation. In just a moment, I'm going to play a piece for you that uses this idea of tintinnabulation. Arvo Pärt is famous for many pieces of choral music, his Berliner Mess, St. John Passion, Te Deum, Magnificat, the Beatitudes, De Profundis. The piece I'm going to play for you is a piece called The Deer's Cry. And I also have here a picture. You know, not all of the composers that are featured have beards. And I have a little beard, but I don't have a beard like this one of Arvo Pärt. He is a very generous man. I had the great privilege of meeting Arvo Pärt when I was in Estonia some years back, and we spent time having coffee together, talking about his music. It was a great honor, and he's a wonderful, wonderful person. So here is the piece called The Deer's Cry. He mentioned that tintinnabulation, and you have that because you start with one pitch, then you add that second one, and then you add the third one. A simple triad. Underneath that, you have the other voices giving you like a chant that goes on and on. I have to tell you, to hear these pieces in a church with, or a concert hall with a big reverberation is wonderful, because his pieces need that kind of acoustic. But at the beginning, alto, tenor, bass sing, Christ with me, Christ with me, Christ with me, over and over, and pauses in between. So you hear this. onward. It's music that you really can just sit, close your eyes, and let that wonderful thought of what the words are saying come over you. You don't need to be involved in looking at anything. It's wonderful, beautiful music. Well, I mentioned that he'd also, of course, written a lot of music that has to do with timelessness. And one of the pieces that he wrote for organ is a piece that he wrote called Annum per Annum. It was written for the 900th anniversary of a church in Baden-Baden part of Germany. And the idea behind it is that over all these centuries and every year, there is a daily service. And I'm going to play for you just part of the final movement, the final Agnus Dei that happens. And again, that same idea of what you heard with just notes coming in and three little sections make part of what is this Agnus Dei, music of Arvo Pärt. Have a wonderful day.